A very good morning to all my students. Development. We are discussing, it is third part today. We have so far discussed about development, about the meaning of development. We have discussed that development is everybody's concern. We have discussed that the idea of development has been always with us. Everybody wants to go up further, whether they are rich or poor, and whatever are the circumstances or situation of life they face. We also discussed that for one, what is development may not be development for the other. We discussed conflicting goals before the people. For development, people have certain targets, certain goals before them for which they work, for which they make efforts. We also discussed, students, that sometime we look for a mix of goals. A very important topic I discussed with you yesterday, that females, if we want more and more females to go out to work and generate money, that is economic activity, we need a mix of goal. That also we discussed. Then we were discussing a very elaborate topic, national development. And I told you it is a very complex topic because national development means different things to different people. Means in every nation, people what they feel that it should develop and it should be given a priority. In your NCERT, there is an example that a country dumps its toxic waste in another country so as to save itself, not bothering about the environment of the other country and giving them money. And the country where the toxic waste is dumped, people suffered with rashes, diarrhea, food poisoning, and many people were reported to be hospitalized and many people also died. So for this country, development will be that there should be no country, no permission should be given to the countries to dump their toxic waste. And for the previous country, it is development because they have reduced their environmental problems and they have given it to the others. So the thing is that development means different things to different people. I also told you that when we talk of the development of India, there can be so many answers because it is a large country with a large population size, large population. So we face so many problems, and for development we need to remove all those problems and we need to develop. Correct? We also discussed about averages, that for comparing the countries, we use averages. Yesterday I told you about average income, which is also termed as per capita income. The national income of a country is divided by its total population and it gives us the average income. Correct? So summarized, it was a summarized way. I told you that whatever we have discussed so far, we have discussed that there are two criteria to know about the development of a nation. The criteria adopted by the World Bank, they only consider income as the factor for development, and the other criteria adopted by the UNDP, United Nations Development Program, that apart from income, they also see health and education, because people as a resource, because even human beings are the resources of a country. Understand? So far we have done all this. Now we are going to discuss another very interesting topic, that averages hide disparities. Students, many times I have told you that European countries are smaller than Indian states. Understand? And India is a very large country. When we compare European countries with Indian states, there are so many diversities in culture, population size, territory wise. Okay? But for comparison, we use averages because this is the only way to compare. Averages hide disparities. They are very important for comparison. We compare the different countries on the basis of literacy, on the basis of income, on the basis of other criterias. But averages are used in it the height disparities in your NCERT, there is a very good example of, for your convenience, they have done it, country A and country B, and for your convenience, they have taken only 5 citizens in both the countries. Look into the page in NCERT. 5 citizens in both the countries. In country A, all the people are equally rich. They have income as 9,000 something, 10,000 something, not below 9,000. Average comes as 10,000 rupees. All the people are equally rich. Nobody is getting salary less than 9,000 per month, and the average is 10,000. In country B, again we have taken 5 citizens. Among the 5 citizens, first citizen, second citizen, third citizen and fourth citizen, they are having 500 rupees monthly income, and the fifth citizen is about 48,000 or so. And the average comes as 10,000. Could you get this point? In country A, all the people are equally rich. Even then the average is 10,000. And in country B, 4 citizens are critically poor. Fifth citizen is getting handsome salary. Average is 10,000. So what is happening here? Disparities are hidden. This is what going on in India. When we take the criteria that I told you yesterday, that World Bank says that if the countries are having per capita income as 4,53,000, the countries are developed. And the countries which are having average income as 37,000 and below, they are developing or poor countries. So India falls in the second category. Okay, it doesn't mean that in India there is no category of rich people. It doesn't mean that in India there is all the people are equally poor. No, there are ultra rich people also. They are taxpayers in the country, but there is acute poverty on the other hand. Acute poverty is there. So in country A, average is same, although all are equally rich, all are having very good standard of living. In country B, 4 are critically poor and the fifth citizen is having good salary, so average is 10,000. So we can say that averages are used for comparison. They are very useful for comparison, but they hide disparities. Now look into it. If in this situation you people are asked that which citizen you want to become of which country, so even me and you, everybody will say the fifth citizen of country B, richest and having all the resources, richest person. So everybody cannot become the fifth citizen of country B. So the thing will be, if the choice is taken, we will say that we want to become the fifth citizen of country B. But if there is a lottery system, that chits will be taken out who will become the citizen of which country, then we will aspire that maybe we are the citizen of country A because all are equally rich. So I hope you understand this topic very clearly and with a very good example of country A and B from your NCERT. Understand? The second topic for today will be public facilities. You are asked in board examination, it is a 5 marks topic. What do you mean by public facilities? Explain by giving examples. Or this question can be asked that money in your pocket cannot buy all the things that you need to live a quality life. Money in your pocket cannot make you buy all the things which are needed to lead a quality life. Yesterday we discussed income and other goals. I told you that income is the first factor for development. There is no denying factor in it, that everybody needs income, everybody needs money. But apart from income, there are certain non-material things which count a lot in our life. I told you freedom, equality, love, affection, security with the parents, etc. We need all these things. Without this, our life will be standstill. It will be without any quality. So, public facilities in every developing country, government takes the responsibility to provide public facility to its people. We will discuss here the example of India. In India, we are secure, our borders are secure because government is providing us security. We are sitting very peacefully, we are sitting very comfortably in the country because our Jawans are securing our borders day and night, and their life is so tough. But it is because of their efforts we are living here very, very comfortably. Public facility. Then for the poor, we were discussing poverty again and again. Government have provided ration shops, PDS system, about which you have read in detail in your class 9th. Public distribution system. Ration shops have been provided, or fair price shops have been provided by the government. Then give it in points, as I am telling you. Then there are public health centers. In every district there is a civil hospital. In every village there are swasth kendras. There are public health centers, and where particularly the target is children and women. Males are also there, but targeted is females, because females also always ignore their health. And children, they are to be taken care of because they are our future. So they have been targeted, and free vaccination, free medicine to women and others have been given. So public health facilities have been given. Then educational institutions, another very good example. To remove illiteracy from the country, government has opened schools and colleges, and where people can go, the students, the children can go, and they can have quality education in minimal cost. And what to talk of the districts and rural areas, children not only go to study, but they also get meal. They also get food. So as to encourage them to come to the school, at least if not for studies, they will come to get food, and for food they will wait for interval and they will study at least something. Some literacy will come up. Then we in our colonies we have a security guard, day and night security guards. If individually we keep it, it will be very costly. If collectively we keep it, it will be very economical for us. So that has been provided, and we do it in our colonies, in our wherever we stay, wherever we are living in the establishments. So these are the facilities. Safe drinking water is given to us, and all these comes in basic facilities, without which we cannot develop. These are such facilities, if they are not provided, then we will suffer, human beings will suffer. And again we are discussing that people are also a resource of any country. And all the developing countries, most of the developing countries like India, they take the responsibility to provide public facilities to the people. When I talk of ration shops, many students ask me that, ma'am, ration shops do not work properly. So again we have the right that if ration shops are not working properly, if we are aware citizens, there are certain organizations which hear the complaints. We have consumer courts, we have other NGOs, and they look into it. So facilities have been given, and if we are not having those facilities, we can complain, being a very, very aware citizen of a country. So public facilities count a lot. Mortality rate of newly born, the infants, the mortality rate among the infants have been brought down because of the public health centers. Education have been provided to the children. Even those children, because they are poor and they have to work for livelihood, even for them there are night classes, there are evening classes, and the government is taking all these pains to provide these public facilities to its people. I hope you understand this topic. Make points of all this with examples. And the next topic for today, and students, it will also come in geography. We are doing it in economics, we are doing it in geography also. 5 marks topic, sustainability. In the whole chapter of economics, we have so far discussed about development. Again and again I am telling you that development is everybody's concern. For development, we need to use resources. For example, if India has to develop its industries, if India has to develop its common economy, we have to cut trees. If we have to run the mineral based industries, we have to go for mining and quarrying. Yes? And certain other resources are needed to be used, water resources, etc. Everything, resources. Correct? Development is everybody's concern, but for development, we have to be sustainable. Today, we all are equally facing, whether developed countries or developing countries, because environmental degradation do not consider national boundaries. If it will spread, if ozone layer is depleted, it will be depleted everywhere. If environment is degraded, it will be degraded everywhere. So on. So if we are rushing for development, today every country is rushing for development, each and every country. They are rushing towards development, establishing their industries, developing their infrastructure, getting roads constructed, bridges constructed. So many developmental activities have been taken up. And that is indirectly we are depleting our resources. And in the newspapers, in the magazine, in the current issues, when schools were open, we were discussing, we were debating on environmental problems, environmental degradation, over-utilization of resources. We were discussing all these things. So the issue of sustainability have come up. In geography, we will discuss it in detail, Agenda 21. But here, we have to see what is sustainability. In one line, I tell you, sustainability means development should be there. It is everybody's concern. But we must keep in mind the repercussions, the impacts, that if resources are used in an indiscriminate manner, our life on this earth, on this planet will be impossible, and it will create threats to our lives. So sustainability contains 3 points. The first point will be that development should take place without damaging the environment. Development should take place without damaging the environment. Means if the government is going to construct a multi-purpose project, and if we are to cut the trees for that, suppose the trees in 40 hectare, so sustainability says that we must plant these trees somewhere else. So there will be a balance. We are cutting the trees, but on the same time we are also planting the trees. So development should take place without damaging the environment. Should I give you one more example? Mining is done. Mining sites are left abandoned. No. After mining work is over, they should be cleared, they should be filled up, and so that the environment and the degradation of soil may be checked. The second point of sustainability, judicious and planned use of resources. Judiciously, very judiciously. Whatever we need, we should take out. Whatever we do not need, it should be kept inside. Give just one example. Mining is very common, mining and quarrying. For mineral-based industries, we need minerals, metals. They come from depth of the earth. And deeper we go, their quality and quantity is affected, and future will be endangered. So we should keep certain things inside, so that there should be judicious and planned use of resources. Remember, Geography Chapter 1, I have taught you, first chapter of Geography, planned use of resources, the 3 stages of planning. Second point of sustainability. And the third point is, listen very carefully, the needs of the present generation should not compromise with the needs of the future generation. The needs of the present generation should not compromise with the needs of the future generation. Means whatever we need today, we need petrol, we need diesel, we need electricity, we need so many things today. So just keep in mind that our future, the coming generation will also be needing all these things. We have borrowed all these things. We have not inherited. We have borrowed, and when we borrow something, we have to add into it to return it. So we have borrowed all these things, the soil, the resources. We have to give it to the future generation by adding into it. So this is sustainability. You can give so many examples. Underground water is under threat. We kept it for future, but we have started. Everybody is having their submersibles. In the rural areas, farmers are having their own wells and tube wells. So in future, it is going to be very, very dangerous for us, for our survival. You can give the example of petroleum products. So give such examples. So that is the end of first chapter, development. We have done 2 chapters of economics. First chapter, development, and the second chapter we have done the sectors of the Indian economy. In the next lecture we will discuss something other, some other syllabuses from your social sciences. Thank you, students.